Hi everyone, I'm Ben, and this is the Board Game Blueprint. This week, we're going to be taking a look at some family games that are up on the Game Crafter, what they are, and maybe what helps make them so accessible to younger players and older ones alike. So let's jump on over to the table next door and see what we have in store. To kick things off with our family games themed episode, we'll start with Made to Order Burgers, created by Eric J. Eckert with Ryan Dickinson and Brandon Scharrer. In this game, there'll be 4 recipe or order cards laid out at the beginning of the game, and these are your goal cards. Essentially, you are trying to complete these recipes for victory points or dollars, thematically speaking. Every player is going to start with 7 ingredients cards, and your objective is to fulfill or build a hand that can fulfill any one of these goals. The really convenient thing about Made to Order Burgers is that the rule book is actually the back of the box, which is a super great reference material and super easy to just leave out on the table and glance at anytime you need. So as we can read here, the idea is that you are going to draw either from the draw deck or take a card from another player. If I wanted to go ahead and take something from someone else, I have a lot of extra lettuce. I might pluck a random card from a neighboring player and add that into my hand. That player will then draw back up to a hand of 7, and the active player will have to discard a card, but into a discard pile, face up, so that any other player can draw from it. There are also some customer complaint cards, which, as you can see, if held at the end of the round, that is to say, when a player has acquired at least $15, you'll suffer a negative penalty. But again, when you can fulfill an order, you'll go ahead and cash in the order, draw a new one from the pile, and continue play until a player has at least $15 to their name. What I like about this game is how quick and easy it is to set up, how easy it is to jump into the game, and how much strategy there is involved, even with a game of just cards. It reminds me of Takeout Dynasty, a game that I had made as well with recipe building, and the idea that maybe you can speed up the game getting a bunch of little recipes, or if you decide, building up for something larger and getting a higher payout. The number of rounds is equal to the number of players, or I guess whenever your family gets bored, but it's definitely a great introduction into strategy and knowing when to hold them or fold them. In Pants, the Kick in the Trousers game, you'll be set collecting as well. In this case, you'll have a hand of 5 cards to start the game with, draw 1, and then discard 1, with the intent being to collect 1 of each type of pants. There are Adventure, Casual, Suspenders, while these are special bonus ones indicated by the background color, as well as Sports and Classy. So once you have a set of 4 unique types of pants with different art, but again, kind of based on the type listed in the top right corner, you can place them out in front of you. As you can imagine, these wild boxers can be used to fulfill any of these other types if you are missing them. But the key here is that you can use either a gift card to take someone else's set from them, or a suspenders card to bounce the cards back into the discard pile so they lose one. Pants is much more in the player interaction realm, which is usually a hit with younger players for sure. And things can get pretty tense when you're trying to draw the cards and see if you can get exactly what you need. Whew, might need to shuffle a little bit better in this case. But the artwork is quite endearing, and there's lots of different styles and looks like cultural references in the different types of pants that are shown. So I think that's really exciting and really fun if you can identify with any of them, like these basketball shorts for me. Another nice thing about this game is that the rules all fit into one single card. So it's easy once more to jump in and play, which is always good for family time when weeks are busy and packed. And last, but certainly not least, is Smashin' S'mores, a war-based card game set for the campfire. So in Smashin' S'mores, you will be playing a card from the top of your deck and going around until either the same number is drawn or a S'more is completed. That's the extra level that sets this game apart from the others. When a pair thusly is placed, you get to add all of the cards from the center into your pile and start the draw again. But as I mentioned, you can create a S'more, so hopefully we'll see one pop up soon. The idea is that we need a graham cracker, a marshmallow, a piece of chocolate, and a graham cracker that are all played in sequence. The order of the marshmallow and the chocolate filling does not matter, but we do need 2 sides of a graham cracker on either end. Oh, things are looking promising now. So this may have been an illegal play because there was an extra marshmallow inside the S'more. However, if we had something like this, when you smash it, you'll get a Smashin' S'mores token card. Collect 3 of these and the game is over, or be crowned the winner if you end up absorbing all the other cards into your pile. If your deck runs out, you aren't out of the game, which is a nice way to keep players involved and still invested while they would normally be watching when they were eliminated. But I think this extra hook about the S'more about smashing the S'more is enough to make it really fun. And the fact that these cards are shaped kind of like a graham cracker or bar of chocolate makes the experience even better. And lastly, if we do see any ingredient card that has just symbols at the top, that next player, the following player, has to play that many cards from their pile. But unlike regular war, it looks as though if a player cannot complete a S'more or play a double or pair, the cards stay in the middle and do not go to the player who played the original simple card. So another great example or implementation of a game that uses pre-existing mechanics and tweaks it just a little bit to make it its own unique experience. I really love just the explosiveness of these cards, and honestly, I'm getting pretty hungry just looking at them, which is almost always a plus in my book. I hope you enjoyed this quick look at a couple games that maybe are twists on already existing ones, or simply maybe activities that have been gamified so that they are a great introduction into different mechanics for future gamers. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so that you can stay up to date on future content like this. As always, I'm Ben. This has been another episode of the Board Game Blueprint, and together, let's build something great.